Nissan just announced an additional 10,000 job cuts, bringing their total layoffs to a staggering 20,000 employees. That's 15% of their entire global workforce gone. With a projected $5 billion loss in failed merger talks, this once dominant automaker is fighting for survival. But could this crisis have been prevented? And what does Carlos Ghosn's "I told you so" really mean for Nissan's future? The Japanese automaker's troubles became dramatically clearer today as reports from NHK revealed Nissan is doubling down on previous cutback plans. This comes just one day before their anticipated full-year earnings call, where executives will have to explain a record-setting $5 billion net loss for the fiscal year ending in March. These aren't just routine corporate adjustments. Earlier this year, Nissan had already announced plans to eliminate 9,000 positions, close manufacturing facilities, and slash global production capacity by 20%. Those measures clearly weren't enough to stem the bleeding from weak sales, mounting impairment charges, restructuring costs, and tariffs hammering their American operations. The timing couldn't be worse for Nissan's new CEO, Ivan Espinosa, who stepped in after Makoto Uchida's resignation in March. Uchida's departure followed failed merger negotiations with Honda, talks that signaled just how desperate Nissan's situation had become. The company is now pinning hopes on several upcoming model launches to reverse their declining sales trajectory. To understand how Nissan reached this point, we need to look at their position in the global market. Once part of an ambitious alliance with Renault and Mitsubishi that ranked among the world's largest automotive groups, Nissan has steadily lost ground to competitors. Their early lead in electric vehicles with the Leaf has evaporated as companies like Tesla, BYD, and traditional competitors ramped up EV investments. In China, once Nissan's largest market, the company faces a dire situation. Chinese domestic brands have rapidly gained market share while foreign automakers struggle. Nissan's Wuhan plant faces possible shutdown amid plummeting sales. The Chinese market, which once provided crucial profits, has become a liability. Meanwhile, in North America, Nissan's lineup has aged while competitors reinvigorated their offerings. The company's market share has declined from 8.4% in 2017 to just 5.1% today, according to automotive industry data. Their once reliable profit engine has sputtered. Perhaps the most colorful perspective on Nissan's decline comes from Carlos Ghosn, the controversial former chairman who dramatically escaped Japan in 2019 while facing financial misconduct charges. Speaking to French media outlet BFM Business, Ghosn didn't mince words about his former company, describing Nissan as in dire straits. "I predicted Nissan's decline and the alliance's demise," Ghosn claimed, taking aim at the executives who replaced him. He specifically criticized slow decisions and suggested the company was forced to beg for help from competitors. Ghosn opposed the failed Honda merger talks, comparing it to an alliance between Renault and Peugeot in France, and insisting it doesn't make sense. The former executive also commented on Renault, describing it as regressing to a small European manufacturer with no global reach, and criticizing its absence from China and the United States. Ghosn suggested Renault's relationship with Chinese automaker Geely would be crucial for its future. While Ghosn's comments may seem self-serving given his dramatic fall from grace, industry analysts have noted similar concerns. Morgan Stanley automotive analyst Adam Jonas recently wrote that Nissan faces structural challenges that go beyond cyclical market conditions, pointing to underinvestment in new technologies and an aging product portfolio as key issues. The auto industry landscape has transformed dramatically since Nissan's heyday. The rapid shift toward electrification has caught many traditional automakers flat-footed. Tesla's market dominance, Chinese manufacturers' aggressive expansion, and tech giants' entry into the automotive space have created unprecedented competitive pressures. Electric vehicle production requires different manufacturing processes, supply chains, and technical expertise than traditional combustion engines. Companies that invested early and substantially in this transition now enjoy significant advantages. Despite pioneering the mass-market EV with the Leaf in 2010, Nissan failed to build on this early lead, allowing competitors to surge ahead. What does this mean for Nissan's future? The company still has valuable assets, a recognizable global brand, manufacturing expertise, and promising new models in development. Their upcoming electric sedan, reportedly combining Maxima-like dimensions with Versa-like pricing, could help regain momentum in the crucial North American market. However, the road ahead looks increasingly challenging. The 20,000 job cuts represent more than just cost-saving measures. They signal a fundamental restructuring of Nissan's global footprint. With production capacity being reduced by a fifth, Nissan is effectively conceding it will be a smaller company going forward. Industry consolidation has accelerated across the automotive landscape as companies seek scale and shared development costs for expensive new technologies. Nissan's failed talks with Honda suggest the company recognizes the need for a partner but hasn't found the right match. Some analysts speculate that without a strategic alliance, Nissan may struggle to fund the massive investments needed for future growth. For consumers, Nissan's troubles could eventually mean fewer model choices if the brand's portfolio contracts. In the near term, however, aggressive pricing and incentives might create buying opportunities as the company seeks to maintain market share and generate much-needed cash flow. The real questions are whether Nissan's new leadership team can execute a turnaround fast enough, and if they have the financial resources to weather prolonged difficulties. Tomorrow's earnings call will provide crucial insights into their strategy and financial position. What do you think? Can Nissan recover from this crisis, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for one of Japan's automotive giants? For a company that once symbolized Japanese manufacturing excellence and innovation, these are undoubtedly challenging times. Whether Nissan can reinvent itself or becomes another cautionary tale in the automotive industry's turbulent transition remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the next 12 months will determine if Nissan has a place in the automotive future or becomes a footnote in its history.